As you went from training to some of the live action, talk about some of the memories you have of going into the first battles that you encountered, the first flights or sorties into, hostile times and hostile areas.
The first mission that I flew was August the 10th, 1944. It was an attack on the oil refineries at Ploiesti in Romania. I thought that Ploiesti had been wiped out a year before because the Air Force hit it with a very hard and rather spectacular low-level attack in August of 1943, the year before. But there was still plenty there, and they built more and repaired what was knocked down and so on. And so when we went down to the briefing, and the briefing officer put the ribbon up on the map and showed us where we were going, there was much groaning and wailing and so on of people apprehensive about that trip. And I comment, as the green guy was, I thought that was all settled. They said, no, you'll find out.
As you flew over, did you do most of the flights during the day? Were they done in the evening? Were they done different times?
All of mine except one were daylight bombing.
So as you looked at infrastructure below, you were plotting it, you were dropping the bombs. How many flights or how many planes would go on a usual mission?
Well, we had 28 planes in our group, 4 7-plane squadrons. And we were in the 5th wing, which had 6 groups in it, so 6 times 28 is probably 170 or something like that. These were all B-17s. These were the only B-17s in the 15th Air Force. The balance of the heavy bomber contingent was B-24s, Liberator bombers.
Yes.
The 17s flew their mission. The B-24s were flying theirs. You'd see each other sometime in the air, but the planes had different speeds, different performance at altitude, and generally, I think the 24s were a little faster than we were, and they, on the other hand, were more easily damaged and destroyed. Ours, 17 was a pretty tough airplane. So we would see each other and each of us do our own thing.
As you flew in the skies, did you notice by the fall of 1944 that the number of German airplanes that were not as many as you expected? Did you ever engage in direct combat?
I lasted in combat a month. Okay. And I hit the war when the Luftwaffe single-engine fighters, which were the ones that did the damage, were all off somewhere. They were not contesting us very much. There was little activity, but not a lot of opposition in the Italian theater at that time, or up in the Balkans. It stiffened later. It had stiffened terribly before then. We lost, our plane won the Presidential Unit Citation, which is bad news if you get one of those. You survive and get it. The guys that won it for you, they were gone. The fighter activity was much stronger in the spring and early summer of 44, and there was a slack period during the summer itself, and it picked back up after I was shot down.